today we're gonna work with Dallae, which are Korean wild chives. And during the spring season, you're gonna start to see it hit the Korean market shelves. The next time you're at the supermarket and you see this Dallae, I want you to put it in your shopping cart, take it home, and I want you to make this recipe. We're going to make a delicious marinade with it. And this simple marinade, you can put it over rice. So if you wanna make a minimal bibimbap, just fry up an egg real quick, put some of the sauce, mix it together, delicious. But for you, the internet, we're gonna pair some single ingredient jeon, Korean pancakes. Dallae, these Korean wild chives, they look like this. Just like regular chives, you have the long green part, but near the root, look at this small little onion. This thing, it's sweet. It tastes really nice. At the market, they'll sell it in small bundles. This should be roughly 100 grams or about the diameter of a quarter. Key tip, when you buy it at the market, it usually comes bound in a rubber band. Don't take that off. Same reason why they put it on a lobster claw, so it's easy to handle. So these little mini bulbs, they have a little stem at the end. Simply pry it off. And then the second part for prep, you'll see that the outer layer of the bulb, you can take it off. And if for some the outer layers don't come off so easy, it's okay, you can skip over those. We're just trying to get off some of the layers that are dead and won't add too much flavor. The in parts, you definitely want to work through each one and remove. Give it some cold water and give it a nice shake, especially near these roots here. Give it a little dog shake. Then let's get our clean Dallae in here. And we'll tap off any extra moisture. Then I want you to cut everything up into 1 centimeter length pieces. Even these roots taste very good. The roots also give a nice contrast. Just keep going. Yeah. Take the rubber band off now. Beautiful. Now you can just mix all of them up, toss everything together, and you're gonna get this beautiful little mix. By the way, if some of your Dallae, the bulb is pretty big, you can give them a little squeeze like that, but most of the times the bulbs will be pretty small, so no need to do that. Yeah. All right, and now for our delicious marinade, we're gonna start off with 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. You can save this Dallae Jang or this Dallae marinade in your refrigerator and use it across different recipes. Whenever something needs a little bit of soy sauce, you add this on top. Next level. 4. Then 1 tablespoon of mirin. Then we need some gochugaru. I found a new brand that's organic. Gonna give it a try. Actually, first time trying this one out. 1 tablespoon of gochugaru in. Ooh, that color is nice. A tablespoon of sesame seeds. And then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of perilla oil. Now, if you don't have perilla oil, you can also do sesame oil, but perilla oil tastes really nice with it. So very simple, right? Now we're gonna add in our Dallae, give it that nice spring flavor. Perfect to eat this with is some kim, Korean seaweed. If you have the ones that come in that little rectangle box that's already been cut, roasted, and salted, that works fine, but I'm out of that right now. I did find this in my pantry. The ones that come in a large rectangle sheet like this, they're roasted, but they're not yet salted or oiled, which is nice because our Dallae is salty enough. All right, I'll take some out. It is toasted once, but I like to toast it one more time in the frying pan. Just put it on a little bit. Just grab a spatula. It makes contact with the frying pan. A few seconds on one side, then flip it over. All right, I think that's good enough. Woo! You're gonna see the color slightly change. Boils up. And as my dad called this, newspaper. Love that sound. One more time into squares. There it is. Grab one of our kim. We're gonna grab a little bit of our rice. Grab our.
What are you making?
Katie, I have your favorite Dallae Jang.
This one looks so healthy and light.
Yeah. And then we're gonna grab some Dallae from on top. Let's grab a little bit of the onion as well. Katie,
Looks beautiful.
you know you like this one.
So Dallae always reminds me of my mom because it's like one of her favorite 반찬s.
All right, Katie, this one is for you.
감사합니다.
Oh, I have to try one too. How is the Dallae flavor?
It's really 고소해.
Really?
어떻게 얘기하지? 이게?
고소하면 고소한 거지. Guys, it's 고소해.
And you know, sometimes these Dallae Jangs can be a little bit spicy. But I like how it's not spicy.
Very balanced, right?
It's very flavorful.
So you can eat this with kim, or you can just put it straight onto the rice, mix it up, maybe put a fried egg over on top, mix everything up like a bibimbap. Before Katie eats everything, I like to actually make some chun. So today, let's make some gogijeon and some dongtaejeon.
Is this a part 2?
I'm gonna start off with yukjeon. If you go to a Korean market, they'll sell very thin slices of beef like this. Alright guys, actually I need to let this thaw for a little bit longer. Let's switch gears. If you're vegetarian, use some king oyster mushroom. It works beautifully. Cut off the tip. Thin strips. I'm gonna move this onto our plate. And one of my favorite chun to eat is this dongtaejeon. It's white fish. And at the Korean market, they'll sell fillets like this specifically for making this. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm not gonna do all of this. Let's just cut them into smaller pieces. Yeah, something like that. For all of them, we just wanna get rid of moisture. Give them a little pat down. Same thing for all of the chun. We're gonna put a little bit of salt, then some black pepper. All right, and now the beef. It's thawed out, and then you can dab off the liquid from the meat. This is an important step because it makes for a lot cleaner taste. Now a good seasoning of salt, you know, in the countryside when I make chun, instead of salt we use batsogum, which is like MSG. Just makes all the chun taste really good. You can do that as well, no problem. All right guys, crack some eggs. Then we're going to use some buchimgaru, which is Korean pancake mix. It's a mix of flour. It has a little bit of starch powder, some onion powder, but feel free to just use regular flour. That's fine. You want to whisk this up well. Let's get a little bit of salt in this eggs as well. Final mix. Heat on medium-low. And then let's get a little bit of oil in. That was some vegetable oil. I like to mix it with a little bit of sesame oil as well. Move it around the pan. Let's start off with our dongtaejeon flour. Now drop it into our egg wash, then straight into our frying pan. Then we'll just keep laying them down. Actually, I've reduced it to low heat because we want to cook it through. Yeah, and I'm so used to this because this is what I do when I go down to the countryside. So if you need more oil, don't be scared. Lay a little bit down, a little bit of sesame oil. If there's some bald spots, add a little bit of egg to it. So once it has a nice golden brown, these are done. Alright guys, and I like to put the heat over one side of the pan, and the ones that are almost done, we just slide them to the top, and then the rest you put to the bottom. Now we'll do our yukjeon. Put it in. Same thing guys, we don't need too much flour into the egg. When we switch out the genre, we want to clean up the oil a little bit. Same thing, a little bit of oil, a drop of sesame oil, or you can use perilla oil. Then let's get our beef. Let's add that in. Move the oil so that it's covering both. And wow, take a look at how the dongtaejeon, the white fish savory pancakes came out. So nice, right? I'll take a little bite. Amazing, amazing. I can't wait to eat it with the Dallae Jang. I'm excited. Give it a flip. Again, we need a little bit more oil. Yes. What you can do is just cut this in half so it's easy to grab and eat. I'm going to grab our yukjeon and then this time put a little bit of our Dallae Jang on top. Neighbors, it does not get better than this. And we can just take a bite. Oh my god, amazing! And then we'll finish up with our king oyster mushrooms. If you're vegetarian, this is a good option. By the way, if you run low on eggs, just crack in another egg and just whisk it up, no problem. And there you go, the king oyster mushrooms, the yukjeon, the beef, and then my favorite, the dongtaejeon, the whitefish fillets in the back. Alright, and neighbors, there you have it. We turned this dallae into Dallae Jang. You can just put it over some rice, similar to bibimbap, put a fried egg on top, mix it up, or make yourself a variety of Korean savory pancakes. These are single ingredient pancakes, which I actually really like. The reason I spent all this time was for this moment right here. Let's get a little bit of the onion bulb on top. Yes, and this is what I've been waiting for. Oh my gosh. Bon appetit, y'all. That fish is amazing. I'll say it again. Dongtae. You want to get dongtae fillets at the mart. Now let's try our king oyster mushrooms. Get a little bit of our sauce. Let's just treat it like a wrap. Nice. Oh my god. This is one of the better meals on Future Neighbor, I'm telling you. It's so simple. It reminds me of the countryside, making this with my grandma. I love it. I love it. Neighbors, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have a Korean mother and the next time she's like falling sick or she's feeling under the weather and she doesn't have much of an appetite, go ahead and make this Dallae Jang and she'll eat it and she'll be re-energized and she'll think her son or daughter is like a 효자, 효녀, something like that. Yes.